Hey guys, just checking in today. I haven't been on camera in a long time and I apologize. Usually it's because this is how I look because I work from home. So anyway, I'm coming over here. I wanted to show you my corner. This is right next to my refrigerator. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. You can see all the stuff on the side of my fridge. But this is right here next to the fridge and it tends to stay nice and warm. So that's where my ferments do really, really well. And I can also keep an eye on them. I don't, they're not up in a cupboard where I forget about them. You may have seen my post the other day that I forgot to come and burp my elderberry syrup and they burp themselves all over the cabinet. So I just wanted to come in and show you what I have going on. This is all the elderberry honey ferment that I have going right now. I have this half gallon that's not quite full, and then these 2 quarts that are pretty darn full pretty much. So I wanted to show you, I could use a fermentation lid on these, but the reason I don't is because I shake these a lot and sometimes it can leak from the top of the fermentation lid. So that's why I keep this lid on, because I can really give it a good shake and know that I'm not going to make a big mess. So, but listen, I'm going to show you, or I'm gonna burp these because they're all feeling pretty full this morning. Oh, that was a good one. So they are all fermenting very, very nicely. I have to look back at the date that I put these in. I can tell you it wasn't that full. That must be the fermentation that's really, look at that. Is it beautiful? So these, you know what, I did date it. 129, and this is the 15th of February. So these have been a couple weeks, so they are definitely ready to strain. So what I'll do from here, and I've done a video like this in the past, but I will just strain out the elderberry, the cinnamon, the clove, and I think I put I put real ginger in here. So there's pieces of all of that in here as well, fermenting with all of it. So I will strain it out. Maybe I'll get to it tonight and just get the elderberry syrup that's left over. So it's fermented raw honey, raw elderberry with clove, cinnamon, and ginger. So just like regular elderberry syrup, but it is fermented and not cooked. So I might do that today, but you can see the nice bubbles in there while I just shook it. But anyway, these will be ready to bottle off. And I also wanted to show you back in the corners where I keep my kombucha. I had to start from scratch because I had thrown away all of my Scobies. And I think I took a video and posted it in the group that I had started a new batch with my own homebrew, but I never got a Scoby out of it. It didn't mold, but it didn't grow a Scoby. It just kind of got stuck in the middle. So I did go and buy some JT's Raw. It has to be raw kombucha from the store. And I have some pictures of this developing. Let me bring you in a little bit closer and show you this beautiful Scoby that's grown. Look at that bad boy. So that has grown beautifully. And what I find myself doing with this batch is I do like to second ferment it, which means to put it in another bottle, cap it off, and you can add flavoring at that time and let it get carbonated, you know, let it get build up the gases and get it a little bit carbonated. But to be honest, I love the flavor right out of here. So what I do is I grab a glass of ice and I take a glass right from here. It's actually got a tiny bit of fizz to it, not like you get when you do a second ferment, but I love it like this. It works for me. I'm not spending all that time second fermenting. I love to do it, but when it's crunch time or whatever, I just want a glass. I take it right from here. When it gets down a little bit lower, I'll top it off with sweet tea. That's called a continuous brew, and you can keep doing that. You could even bottle from here into your second ferment bottles. They have to cap tightly, and then still top this off. Again, that's a continuous brew. You don't have to empty this and clean it out, gosh, once a year, 6 months. If you have no mold, This is a great colony of bacteria and yeast going on in here, so there's no reason to disturb it. If that Scoby gets too thick, which it will, you can pull that out. You can sometimes peel the layers apart. You can cut it down. You can share a piece with a friend, whatever. But the Scoby will continue to grow and get thick, so you will have to manage that at some point. But anyway, just wanted to check in to my fermentation corner and say, hey, hope everyone's doing great. I hope you're having a great day. I'm gonna push this back in here and I'm gonna bring these guys over. And tonight I hope to strain off that elderberry syrup, and then that'll be ready to go in the refrigerator to stop the fermentation process at that time. All right, guys, I'm gonna go enjoy my kombucha. Talk to you later.